What's up, Gooners? Third time's the charm. Don't ask me why I'm saying that. Welcome to the Wondrous Podcast. I'm joined today.
By Esteban, also known as Estecow.
And loneliness.
You need to introduce yourself too.
I don't know how to introduce myself.
No.
Fuck. Put it in post. I'm Bobtrees. There you go.
Swag.
Okay.
We're doing it live.
So we have a lot to talk about today. We had a little break from the podcast. So one of the biggest things that happened, one of the biggest events of the year, San Diego Comic-Con. So I was actually fortunate enough to go this year for the first time ever, going to San Diego Comic-Con. I've been to hella conventions out here. I've been to LA Comic-Con, Monsterpalooza, all these horror conventions because I love horror. But it was my first time at San Diego Comic-Con. And for you Star Wars fans out there, you'll know who I'm talking about. But I went with my girlfriend and we went as members of the Bad Batch. Specifically, I went as Crosshair and my girlfriend went as Tech. And we like made our own costumes. Like, it was a whole crazy thing. And it was just, dude, it was like a dream come true. It's something that I had since I was in high school. I was really into like comic books and really into like superheroes before it blew up and became pop culture like it is today. So like my dream since I was in high school was to go to San Diego Comic-Con one day. And yeah, I actually did it. So it's honestly crazy. So much came out of that, so much like fun stuff, so much news that we're going to talk about. But one of the things that I did want to highlight, and it leads into the first story that we have here, it's a little bit more serious. And it's like kind of diving into security concerns that I have with the convention. Because like I said, convention was amazing. People were dressed up, like people, it's just good energy all around. Like you could tell that everyone who's there really wants to be there and goes all out for it. That's honestly probably the most costumes I've seen at a convention. And like people stop you to take pictures. It's so cool. But the biggest issue that I had with it was like their security was essentially non-existent. When I went to LA Comic-Con, I also went dressed up and they had us walk through metal detectors. They checked our bags as they should. And they ran us through all these kind of essentially TSA, which is what they should do in a large scale kind of event like that. You never know if people are bringing in actual stuff or just props. And overall, it could just be a dangerous setting because there's like over 100,000 people who attend the event over the course of the few days that it is. So the biggest thing is, yeah, they had no security. And yeah, I remember we walked in and instantly I like took my bag off and I like try to hand it to the person. They were like, no, just scan your badge. And I was like, what? And then they just let us go in. And then me and my girlfriend were like so confused because we're just like, what? Like, that's it? And then a few days, like about a week later-ish, this story came out about a human trafficking story taking place at San Diego Comic-Con that essentially involved like 14 people being arrested and 10 victims being recovered. And it was just like this whole thing. Like one of them was like a 16-year-old girl. Like it was a whole thing.
Jesus.
Yeah, it was rough. Like it's just all the stuff. Luckily, they were able to catch all these people and like go through all that. But it's just like it just plays into what I was saying. Their security needs to be updated for these kind of events, especially in the kind of world we live in where mass shootings are prevalent. They're so reoccurring in society. These risks, yeah, like sex trafficking, like literally all this stuff. So it's just so the biggest wish that I want for this convention, and I hope that they see this story and really pay attention to it, is just for them to up security and to focus on protecting the people who are there, especially the younger people, because there's a lot of kids there. And bro, some people are weird, especially nerds. We're all nerds, but
So
like, some
real.
nerds are weird, bro.
Yeah,
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 so
fuck 'em.
you need, yeah, you need something.
Like a swirly? Nah, I'm just kidding.
Yeah, but aside from that, going into something more not, I mean, guess positive. It's just straying away from this story
This
and
is
some.
sorry, before you change, this is like the Comic-Con, right? The biggest one.
Yeah,
Pretty sure
this is literally the definitive Comic Con. Like
that is
the
wild to me.
the top three are like San Diego and then
Uh-huh.
New York and LA. And like I said, I went to LA Comic Con last year, and it was so different than this Comic Con. And this Comic Con is so much bigger too, and there's so much more people. So it's the fact that they had little to no security was so like,
Yeah, that's really weird.
yeah, it was unsettling because that was the first impression that we got. We were just like, oh, that was it. And mind you, our characters are like from Star Wars, so we have guns because we're clones. Like, bro, I had a foam gun.
Aren't
Mind
they,
you,
aren't they
foam.
blasters?
Yeah, yeah. I had a foam blaster, bro, and like and no one told me nothing. I
Bro,
mean, it's
blast your
home,
rights, bro.
but like, you know what?
Busted.
Like, it's just I feel like I don't know, bro, because some things look like hella realistic, and then you're just looking at it like, damn, is that real? You know what I mean? But yeah, so yeah, I don't know. Do you guys have any thoughts on that? I want to hear your opinions.
James?
Human trafficking is bad. And you know what? You can quote me on that one. All right.
I'll say, and you can quote me on this, ditto.
Real.
But I
Real?
wanted, according to the Hollywood Reporter, one of the ways that authorities track these fellas by posting, like one of the ways was by posting undercover ads soliciting sex to arrest the sex buyers, and said that officials said after the 9 adult potential victims and a 16-year-old juvenile were recovered, adult and juvenile support service advocates were there to provide support as needed. So
Did they use the 16-year-old as bait in the ad? Or is that just something?
No, I think that's unrelated. I think
Okay,
that's
gotcha.
it just like that person just got caught in all of it.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, no, it's literally it, dude. It's crazy because like I remember like like this story came out like maybe a few days once I was already home. But I remember I was at work and then one of my friends was like, "Yo, look at this," and he showed me his phone, and I was like, "Bro, like it's so weird because I'm like, bro, I was there, like."
I was at ground zero, bro.
Creepy, yeah.
Like, I was like, "Dude, I was there." Like, and I remember walking by so many kids and all this stuff. So I'm just like, "Bro, that's not okay."
That's not okay, dude.
And it's a whole city thing. The whole block is essentially closed off because they have multiple little events in the surrounding area, and the streets are closed off for traffic and all this stuff. So it's if the city is investing so much in this convention because they know it's bringing them so much attention, it's like, bro, focus on protecting your people. But yeah, so that's essentially what my thoughts are on it. And
Would you
but
say
yeah,
that? Would you say that the experience soiled your, like, knowing that was happening, soiled your experience a little bit, or do you think that'll be something that you're going to think about next time you're considering going to Comic Con?
it's something that I do hope like, it is something that I'm gonna be thinking about, when I consider going again. Because I do wanna go again, but it's also like, because it's just bro, you're just hoping for the best, because you're just like, you want people to learn from past mistakes, and this should be seen as a mistake. Like, this should be seen as, like I said, like, a serious issue. So I'm hoping that they put more attention towards it and actually learn to do something about it. Because yeah, it for sure took away a little bit from the experience because it's just damn. If these people hadn't been caught and these victims weren't recovered, it's just I don't even want to think about what could have happened. It's just and I know that happens on a daily basis, but it's if it's a big kind of event like that, I feel like it could be controlled if it's properly attended to and focused on.
I also wonder if that many people were caught, how many people were not caught at the same Comic-Con doing the same thing?
For real,
Honestly, yeah.
they have their own Discord or some shit. We're like, yo,
Exactly.
add everybody. No, that's
See, that has to be a thing though. That has to be like that these were just like a small ring in probably like a larger
Oh,
um
I'm sure,
group
yeah.
of people. But yeah, no, like I said, it's from every convention I've been to, it's so different because like I said, I've been to so many conventions. I've been to yeah, like I said, Monsterpalooza, I've been to CreepyCon, I've been to LA Comic Con, I've been to Halo Outpost. I've been to like hella
Awesome.
conventions.
What is
Uh
that?
it was a Halo convention and
That's wild. Holy shit.
yeah,
That's cool as
it was
fuck.
only Halo. It was amazing. It was like right before Halo Infinite dropped, peak. Anyway,
Oh,
I
yeah.
met Master Chief and Cortana. I just want to
Hey,
flex that.
yo, which version of Cortana
bad,
though?
down
We're
bad,
talking
down
about Cortana from Halo 4 or what?
Yeah, Jen Taylor. Yeah, the main Cortana.
Shit.
Oh my gosh. Oh my
Damn.
gosh.
Was she
Uh,
in her outfit or not?
I have a picture of them on my Instagram. It's just them in their normal clothes. But hearing them say my name back at me was crazy. Because I know you could do that with AI now, but it's not the same. Because like hearing
Nah.
that in person, bro, like to my face, bro, I almost exploded. Like it was crazy.
So
what a word to use. Oh my god.
So moving away from event doubts and then moving forward on things happening within the event that also planted some seeds of doubt in your brain. What were some of the things that were announced at the C?
So some of the things announced. So there was a bunch of things, and we're gonna talk about a lot of them. First things first, we got what's it called? The Boys Vought Rising, the prequel show announced. We got a new trailer for Captain America: Brave New World. We have a bunch of leaked stuff because, of course, that's how it is. But one of the biggest things, so two big things that kind of coincide with each other. So first things first, the Russo brothers were confirmed to come back for the next two Avengers movies. So that's pretty big. They're the directors from the last two Avenger movies, both Infinity War and Endgame, which are arguably the biggest Marvel movies ever created. And then they also changed Avengers Kang's dynasty to Avengers Doomsday, and then they actually revealed who was gonna play Doctor Doom. And it's crazy. It's still crazy to think about, even though it's just so far removed from it.
Bro, worst NFL pick of all time.
Robert Downey Jr. is coming back to play Doctor Doom. What are
They
your
gotta
thoughts,
tie
guys?
that in.
What are your thoughts, guys?
It's fucking weird. I think the only way that I'd be able to maybe accept it is if it was like an alternate timeline Iron Man that like went batshit crazy or something. Like somehow make it RDJ.
That
like,
is
yeah.
that is a comic book thing where
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
so
They should hire me.
in an Elseworlds where comic book timeline, Tony Stark and Victor Von Doom share a dorm together in university. Tony Stark, of course, has his shit all paid for, and Victor Von Doom's what is it? His sponsorships and like all that, his free ride to school was ending, and so he would have to stop going to university, or at least at that kind of level of university. So what Victor Von Doom does is essentially he switches minds with Tony Stark. So Victor Von Doom's consciousness goes into Tony Stark's body and vice versa. So that way Victor Von Doom, now in Tony Stark's body, has access to all of the fortune of the Stark family to do whatever he wants.
I kind of love that, actually. That's super hype.
I don't get me wrong. I think it's cool that they do that, but it's like I feel like a lot of people would have rather had the back to basics, like actual Victor Von Doom played by anybody else. Because
Also,
yes, nobody remembers or has ever met Victor Von Doom just yet, but everyone still remembers Tony Stark and Iron Man. Right? It's just because of the events in the live action multiverse Spider-Man movie. It does.
No Way Home.
Yeah. Spider-Man getting suspended. What is it called again?
No Way Home.
Yeah. No, just because nobody remembers Peter Parker anymore doesn't mean that nobody remembers Tony Stark. All the Avengers clearly know how Tony Stark looks like, and it's RDJ, of course. And now you have the dilemma of this guy who looks like Tony Stark, not be Tony Stark. And then you have the whole thing where it's like basically the trilogy of Spider-Man movies, right? Where it's like Tony Stark was basically his Uncle Ben, where it's like, if you can't live without the suit, then you don't deserve it. Or something.
I forgot about that.
Oh, yeah.
So now you're going to have Tom Holland being like, oh, Mr. Stark.
That's what I don't want to happen.
And then it's going to be like this weird shit, man. That's the thing, even if they have Tom Holland in the Avengers movie, because now he's like street level. So next thing you know, he's not even going to be part of the Avengers unless they're going to add it. Because not only do you have Avengers Doomsday happening on May 2, 2026, as slated so far, but you also have Secret Wars coming out after that in 20. And Spider-Man is a big part of Secret Wars. And so they can't just shoehorn him in Secret Wars. They gotta have him in Doomsday. He's mainstay now.
I'm pretty sure he's gonna be in both movies. I think that's what's actually confirmed.
See, now that's the thing where you have to face this guy, and they're gonna have to use part of the movie to address the fact that this bozo looks like the guy that died in fighting the cosmic dictator.
Okay.
What multiverse or some shit.
What I'm hoping is that he doesn't take his mask off.
Ooh.
Is that if he keeps it on, I'm okay. I know they're gonna start off and they're gonna show him with it, but as long as he keeps it on the whole time, and they don't have that.
Have shown him off at Comic-Con if that's the case.
See, I don't think so.
It's like a big twist.
I feel like it's gonna be some shit where sorry to interrupt you, but I feel like it's gonna be some shit where it's like they're winning, and all of a sudden, like his mask is chipped and it falls or some shit. And everyone's, oh my God, he looks like that one dude who I do at work.
Yeah, look, yeah, I see that. But it's okay, because it's basically been confirmed that I think it was by Kevin Feige that Doctor Doom, that version of Doctor Doom, RDJ, is going to be from the Fantastic Four universe, which we already know is going to be separate because it's going to take place in a different timeline and then end up being brought into the MCU. So it could not be the main Doctor Doom. I'm hoping it's not, but I'm hoping this is a fake out. I don't know. I'm in denial.
Like Multiverse of Madness.
Yeah, bro.
Where you have Jim from The Office gets split into
John
pieces.
Krasinski?
Yeah.
Dude, you know what? I was not opposed to him as Mr. Fantastic.
Me neither.
I like that. I liked him, yeah.
I still like him better than Pedro, but we'll see how Pedro is. We'll see.
Bro, just
Just the
because of
idea
the
of
way the character looks like, they're gonna make Pedro bleach his skin or some shit, bro. I don't know. It's gonna be all. It's gonna. I think it's a little whack, but if they make it work, it's gonna be interesting.
I'm pretty optimistic about it. One of the things that leaked from Comic Con was like a look at Joseph Quinn in his in one of his
See, he
Fantastic
looks
Four,
cool.
and he
He's
looks
cool.
good. He looks good. So it really makes me like optimistic for the movie. I know looks aren't everything, but it really goes with the '60s aesthetic and like the vibe that they're really giving. And they did show some footage at San Diego Comic Con also that got leaked, and they're like only a couple weeks into shooting, so like it was honestly impressive that they even had any footage. But it looked so good. Like it didn't look. See, this is a weird thing to say, but it didn't look like a comic book movie. It looked more like a sci-fi like space movie. So like an Interstellar or something like that.
Shout out to that movie. Fucking such a good movie.
He's such a.
So yeah, so it's like it looks so different. It had like different energy to it. And then they showed Galactus for a second there, and it was like just what I wanted, just a guy in a suit. Bro, I'm so excited. It's gonna be so good.
I
It's gonna be
wonder.
so good.
I wonder how they're gonna do Galactus. Are they gonna make him like actually the size of Galactus, where he could hold the
Well,
Earth in his palm? Or
okay, what I think it's gonna be, because you read comics, Galactus is known to be able to change his size depending on whatever he wants to do.
The guy has
This
a big
version of
ass head.
Yeah, because it's like a big guy.
Yeah,
But like
yeah, yeah.
in this version, obviously he shrinks down a bit so he can be on the planet itself. Because usually when he is invading Earth and he actually wants to go down on Earth, he always like shrinks.
He's
Yeah.
Whenever he wants to go down on Earth.
why?
Okay, gotcha. All right.
Homie,
No, I
homie
just
could be, and he could just like like with like a fork and a knife and just cut
Oh,
it in
that doesn't
half.
work
And
all of
just,
them,
not
bro.
what I thought. Oh, gotcha. Okay.
He can still work all of them.
doesn't make sense, bro. Why would he? What
Yeah.
in the movies? Why would he go down to Earth if he's hungry? Like he could just be regular size and just have at it like Kirby. You know?
Yeah, but see, the thing is, I feel like a lot of these villains are always motivated by they want to do more than just complete their objective. They want to rub it in these people's faces, especially if they know they have like opposition. If they have stronger forces that are present, they want to challenge that. And I feel like they're gonna see the Fantastic Four and then be like, "Oh, I could beat them, so try to fight them." And what I think is gonna happen in the movie, I think that Galactus is gonna end up destroying their universe, and that's when the Fantastic Four and Doctor Doom end up in the MCU and switch timelines. I feel like what's gonna happen. I feel like we're actually gonna see that at least their Earth be destroyed. Unlike the only past reference we have in a movie, which is Fantastic Four: Rise of the Silver Surfer, where he's a cloud.
For real.
I feel like he's actually gonna accomplish his mission, and I feel like he should, because Galactus needs to be presented as a threat, not like a one-off villain that they kill. They can't keep doing that. He has to accomplish something. So by destroying their Earth, they go to the other universe, and then eventually, like a few movies down, he can make his way to the MCU, and then they all have to like band together and deal with him. I feel like that would be, I think, the best route to take, personally.
Damn, I need to hire you guys. You just hear shit.
Think what they did with Ultron. Of course, they had Thanos already, but it's a shame that they used like Ultron as cannon fodder because he himself is a very formidable opponent.
Yeah.
So dumb.
And then even then, yeah, I know they killed him off so fast. They're like, "Oh, I locked him out of the internet." See, technically, and this is a theory, but I do think a part of Ultron is still alive, and I hope one day they bring him back.
they're gonna watch them
I-
pull some stupid shit. Be like, "Oh, this is multiverse Ultron. He runs on Internet Explorer." Some shit.
Because
Oh my
okay, because
God.
if you've seen, I've only watched the first season, but have you seen the first season of What If, where it's essentially a version of Ultron that merges with Vision? Yeah, and then he ends up getting the Infinity Stones, and then he goes through different like universes and timelines, and like starts killing everyone and like basically all the threats against him. So I don't know. Ultron has a lot of potential. They just really downplayed him for the movie. And I like that movie. Like I think that movie is overhated. Like I think it's pretty good.
I didn't hate it. I just think like Ultron is way stronger than
Yeah,
they
I
and,
think
and
I
also the fact that they killed off the speedster.
Quicksilver.
Yeah, so dumb, dude.
Yeah.
He would have actually dodged that. Like how does homie who is, fast as fuck, like not realize that a bullet's gonna hit him, bro? He could just like
'Cause he's cringe.
Yep, there you have it. They have it on the actual notes. Death, do cringe.
For real.
That's damn. GG Peter Rex. I don't know, man. Did you have a bunch of movies and shit? And like what's gonna I know that they're going with Doomsday and Secret Wars since all that shit that happened with Anthony Majors and what was it called? It used to be called the King
King.
Dynasty.
What I think the big again, we're just going off rumors because that's all we could really go off of right now. But everyone's saying, "Oh, I feel like Doctor Doom is gonna like make his presence known by like killing all the kings and all this stuff." And low key, I see them doing that just to get rid of it. And so because they've
CGI
been,
Anthony Majors,
yeah,
bro.
because they've been, making him out to be the big next villain with especially within Loki and then Ant-Man and the Wasp. They really made King to be out. He was going to be the next Thanos. So they have to do something. They can't just be like, "Oh, that guy's an abuser. Let's ignore everything and then just move on." I feel like you have to narratively mention that at least.
That'd be funny.
I don't know, do something,
Did they open it with, and then Ant-Man woke up.
bruh.
They're like, we did it, guys. All right, we retconned it.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know, bro. They gotta make a way to like to not retcon it, but just be like, "Oh yeah, this is what happened. Let's
Make it
move
work.
on."
Yeah.
Yeah, because all these gaps are gonna end up coming together if they don't mention it. One gap specifically that everyone's been asking about for years, and this kind of segues into the next thing we're gonna talk about. Captain America: Brave New World, the next Captain America movie with Anthony Mackie as Captain America. We've seen in Falcon and the Winter Soldier, he was Captain America towards the end, or it was like the story of him becoming Captain America. But in that movie, in the trailer specifically, it mentions we see a shot of one of the what are they called? You know what I'm talking about, Nicholas? It's one of the guys from the Eternals. It's like the big robot. I forgot what they're called.
The Celestials?
Celestial. There you go. We see the Celestial that was like frozen in the ocean. We finally see it years later. And that was like a big talking point for many years. Like people were like
What
"Oh,
about
they're
this
just
dude, bro?
they're like, so they're just never gonna mention the giant robot in the ocean." So like we finally got some closure on that. We're finally gonna see that. Eternals is canon to the universe. But yeah, did you guys watch the trailer for Captain America: Brave New World?
Just
When it
snippets
first
of it.
came out, yeah.
Okay. So just off of what you saw, first impressions, what did you think of it?
I was like, another notch, and then the MCU belts.
Mhm. Isn't that the one with is it Harrison Ford?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah. That was pretty
So
cool. Yeah.
yeah, so it's Harrison Ford playing Thunderbolt Ross, and he's replacing the guy who passed away, who had been that character for a while. They were building him up for he was in The Incredible Hulk in what was that, 2007? In Civil War, and then now it's played by Harrison Ford, which is really interesting because like
Very interesting, yeah.
yeah, because I'm mixed on it because again, it plays into the Pedro thing is okay, that's cool, but it's also bro is really old. And then I don't know. I know he's like playing a CGI character, so who cares?
Dude,
You know,
he's like
because he's
49,
who?
isn't he? Not Harrison Ford, Pedro, isn't he?
Oh yeah.
He's
I,
not
th-
old.
I'm like, okay, see, he's not that old, but to carry a franchise like this for years to come, he's old. Because you got to think about it like this is gonna be Fantastic Four and X-Men are gonna eventually be the main leads in the MCU in the next 6 years.
That's fair. That's fair.
Like
How old was
he,
Robert Downey for the first Iron Man?
I think he was like 7-ish. I think.
Ah, there you go.
Okay, that's different though. That's different in the sense that he was still able to do it. But if you look at Pedro Pascal and The Mandalorian, he
Uh,
essentially became a voice actor for that character because
yeah,
he
that's
couldn't
fair.
keep up. He couldn't keep up with the stunts. Mind you, this character that he's going to be playing now, Mr. Fantastic, is like a stretchy character, and he's going to be not necessarily doing that much physical stuff. It's still if he couldn't do the Mandalorian stuff, it's is he going to be able to do this for this many
Mhm.
years?
No, that's fair.
So that's where my skepticism is. But yeah, Harrison Ford as Red Hulk, I'm really excited for Red Hulk. I hope he has like the specific power. So the Incredible Hulk is known for the angrier he gets, the stronger he gets. So
Mhm.
Red Hulk is known for the angrier he gets, the hotter he gets. So like he'll turn on fire, like he'll light on fire the madder he gets. So he can straight melt stuff. And it's not like Human Torch kind of thing. It's literally his body just has it's like this fire coming out of him, but he still has his strength. He still has like all his powers. So it's I don't know, it's really interesting. And especially because Thunderbolt Ross is like a military character. So he is obviously more well trained than the Incredible Hulk in his fighting and stuff.
I'm excited to
So
see that.
yeah, so I'm really interested to see how Anthony Mackie's Captain America without the super soldier serum fares against Red Hulk. But I know in the comics that's like his whole thing is, oh, how does he do all of it? He doesn't have the serum. But I want to see how that looks in live action because doing something in a comic is completely different than doing it
Oh yeah.
you know, in the movies.
It's probably gonna be rushed effects, and it's gonna be really dog ass, and we're all
Yeah.
gonna be really sad.
Shaky cam and multiple
Yeah,
takes.
exactly. Yeah, it's gonna
You
be
know what?
the what's the newest war
Taken.
movie with the golden head or whatever?
Dark. What is it? Not Dark
With
World.
the God Killer, and then that kid did the CGI.
Oh,
Yeah.
Love and Thunder.
Yeah. Yes, that was something to see.
Yeah,
See, that guy was also a wasted villain, bro. Because
he was.
the
Yes,
Necron
right?
sword is actually super important.
Dude, and they did all his important character stuff off screen.
And he killed people.
They couldn't even show him killing all these gods on screen, bro. Come on. You
No,
had
the
Christian
audience
Bale.
doesn't need to know about it, okay? Come on.
Bro, they had Christian Bale and they wasted it.
I hope they kill off the Hulk that we currently have and they bring back Edward Norton. That would low-key be perfect.
I don't know. What I think is I just don't want Hulk to be smart Hulk anymore. I just want regular Hulk.
How do
Like,
you make him stupid, though?
I don't know, bro. I feel like they cornered themselves by making him smart. Because
That's
I
what I'm
get
saying.
it.
You
know,
gotta kill him
it
off,
was
bro.
like, I know they wanted to do the whole end game thing. You know, he did the snap that brought them back, blah, 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 whatever. Like, but bro, I don't need dabbing Hulk. Like, I just
Same.
don't.
Hulk plays
Like-
Fortnite, bro. Come on.
Yeah, exactly. I don't need that. I'm cool with She-Hulk doing that. I'm cool with one person doing that, but I don't need two people doing that. Because essentially, Mark Ruffalo's Hulk has just become
It's
Mark
just a-
Ruffalo
Just
and Bruce
dirt.
Banner. Yeah, so it's just I don't know. Hulk himself lost interest to me. And then in She-Hulk, since we're talking about that, they introduced his son Scar, and then we need to see what they go with that. And then I don't know what's going on, bro. They have so many things that they created that they need to fulfill, and I just want to see where they go from here.
See, I think they just gotta kill him off, bro. Because
Because
Edward
the big
Norton Hulk
rumor
is
is they're gonna do a
superior, bro. You see
they're
the
gonna do
Incredible
a
Hulk,
World
right?
War Hulk.
That movie's so good. I think the fighting is just perfect in that one. for,
Yeah,
like, the
it is
whole-
really good.
And
I like his look.
because I think Edward Norton as Bruce Banner was also good because you see how distraught and how sad he is as a person, which is true as they address in She-Hulk about that cat calling and then like She-Hulk going, "You don't know what I've been through. I've been catcalled." And then if for my comic book fans out there and you guys, Bruce Banner has tried killing himself multiple times. He's been wanted by several governments throughout his existence. He's been people want to dissect him. He's been launched into space. He's been ostracized from his entire planet at some points. Yeah, that is Edward Norton's soul. Like you could see like that being like what could have been. And now you have Mark Ruffalo going, "What's up, gang? How to do, fellas?" And then it's like the intro to Seinfeld.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Doo-doo-doo-doo.
Him.
Just
Um,
walks in and you see the laugh track happening. That is
Yeah,
our Hulk
I
we
don't know,
have, bro.
Yeah, I get what you mean, but he could. I don't know, bro. Because okay, the big thing is they're like, oh, they have to do like a World War Hulk because they introduced Scar. Because they can't just do a Scar movie because no one's gonna care about that.
School shooter Hulk.
So I don't know. I feel like he's gonna end up becoming like going into like a savage state, maybe. I don't know, bro. But even then, like, I don't know, bro. I don't know what they're gonna do with Hulk, but they gotta do something because right now Red Hulk is cooler.
I'd rather have the Red Hulk in the Avengers. Like he's perfect. Plus, we would need more Harrison Ford screen time with him going because that's
Hey,
how he
I-
is
I
every
think-
movie
I think
now.
I've told you this. Yeah, I think I told you this. I'm not a big Harrison Ford fan.
Really?
Yeah, and I'm a big Star Wars guy, and I'm just not a big Harrison Ford.
Come on, bro. The trilogy was ass.
No, I
It's-
know. I'm not talking about the how he is with the new movies. I'm talking about how he just is as like a person.
As a person, I understand that. Yeah, but God forgive you if you touch Indiana Jones. He'll die and resurrect, come back from hell, and being like, "You don't touch his character."
For real, I do. Since we're on the topic of Harrison Ford, that they're doing Indiana Jones video games now instead of
Yes.
doing movies, and keep him as a voice actor. Just do that. Don't DH him and do all this stuff, bro. Just keep him in the video game world. That's sick.
Or make it
Like,
like a
that game
CG movie.
Yeah, go Polar Express.
Or God, like Final
CG.
Fantasy.
Okay. Whoa. That was
Yeah.
a banger movie.
It was.
So in the
But yeah.
trailer, the way it sets up the story, according to IGN, is that President Thaddeus Ross is calling Sam
Thaddeus.
Wilson the proposal, which is to make Captain America an official tool of the U.S. military. Clearly, that doesn't sit well with Sam, as other players, including Leader, have their say on world events. Isaiah, who first appeared in the Disney Plus TV show The Falcon and the Winter Soldier, makes an attempt on Thaddeus Ross's life. And then at the end of the trailer, we see Red Hulk catch Sam Wilson's famous shield, which like if because he's just a regular dude, probably seems like a frisbee catch and
Yeah.
slam it into the ground. It looks like Sam ends in a fight with the Red Hulk, which probably is a one-sided battle, but IGN then says that there's of course plenty of that Marvel is holding back. And another thing is that his now sidekick that he has, his name is what is it? Joaquin Torres?
He's essentially Falcon.
Yeah, and in the comics, he's actually a mutant. And so the wings that he has are actually like on his like on the bottom of his arm, if you get what I'm saying. It's like where his
Oh,
tricep is and all
Yeah.
that. And
like the Spider-Man wings, like the web wings.
yeah, something like yeah, essentially like that. So he's like a version of Angel from the X-Men, but like less
Yeah.
cooler. But what they're doing
Yeah.
But what they're doing here is that they're making him just a regular dude they're making him as Robin with his own set of, what is it? Robo wings. Yeah, it's definitely interesting why they're doing that. I don't like it's weird because now that we've seen Deadpool and or at least now that Deadpool is a thing that exists and which is part of the MCU now, which is including mutants, obviously. It doesn't make sense why they would hold back Joaquin Torres' character as just some regular Joe Schmo with no powers. If now that mutants are a thing in the MCU now, why aren't they just like? Why isn't Joaquin Torres like actually have his actual wings?
I do think that it could probably build up to that because like their whole thing is mutants are already existent in the universe. They're just like still hiding because I think that's what like Kevin Feige said is like he was like, yeah, like the X-Men aren't the X-Men yet, but the mutants are already there. And we already have been introduced to our first MCU mutant with Miss Marvel. So I don't know. I think that there's a chance that they could do that. And honestly, I would see that happening. But I feel like it could probably be like an end of the movie kind of thing. We're gonna see him in the Falcon wings, and then maybe like they're like yanked off of him, and then he just starts flying or something. I don't know, bro. It's just it's gonna be something. But I feel like that actor specifically is gonna be there for a while, so I feel like he has to do something important, you know,
They're just gonna kill him off, bro, like in Ultron.
bro.
Under the notes where the lines kill Joaquin Torres, reason cringe.
So real. So real.
Yeah, but alrighty. Any final thoughts going forward on Captain America and the Red Sun or whatever it's called?
Brave New World.
Ford has a
Uh,
full nude scene.
The trailer looks sick. I think it's really well edited. It gives it like more of a serious tone compared to some of the recent movies, like in the MCU. So I'm excited for it.
For sure.
I'm more excited for it seeing the trailer than I was before even hearing about the movie.
I got you. All right. James, why don't you introduce the next topic?
The boys. You like that? Was that good?
Okay.
Bro.
James,
Okay.
did you watch season 4 of The Boys?
All right. I'm gonna be real with you. All right. I have not seen season 1 of The Boys.
Okay, okay. So
I've
that's
not seen
fair.
episode 1 of The Boys.
Okay, that's fair.
I
if-
can't get through TV shows. I'm a movie guy. I don't know.
Okay. I get that then. Okay, so then this is gonna be between me and you, Nicholas. So what was your thoughts about
Oh.
season 4?
Oh boy. I didn't watch it.
You didn't watch it?
I watched like parts of it
Bruh.
already. But why don't we
Okay.
so introduce it and then
There's some boys in there and they're hanging out.
for sure. I don't
Was
worry.
that pretty close?
I got that in my notes. It's all good, bro.
Okay.
All right, so just to go ahead, bro. So pretend you're talking about the last thing, though, the Captain America thing. I'm being like,
Okay. Yeah, so I would say the biggest thing that I'm really excited for is fuck, wait, hold on. I lost my train of thought. All right. So I thought the trailer was really well edited. You know, that honestly got me really excited for the movie. It gave it more like of a serious tone rather than the funny joke. There was no jokes in the trailer, so that instantly made it more appealing to me because every other Marvel movie always has jokes in the trailers, and like that doesn't really get me excited for a movie. Like unless it's Deadpool, which is different. Deadpool Wolverine is amazing, by the way. Unless it's that, it doesn't get me excited. But this trailer actually has potential, I think. It makes the movie look more promising. But yeah, moving on from Captain America Brave New World, we'll do a quick reaction to the season 4 finale of The Boys, which apparently I only watched. So I'm gonna do a non-spoiler review. Ignore the notes that are completely spoilers.
bruh, it's all good, man. Go crazy, homie.
Oh, all right, all right. So basically, this season it was a little slower than the other seasons, not necessarily in a bad way, I know it's not everyone's favorite season, but I know that like it for sure ended on a banger, bro. Like I'm so surprised you haven't watched the end. I know you said you've seen clips and stuff like that, but dude, everything happened at the end, and it just gets you so excited for what's next, which is Gen V season 2 is next, and we see two characters from that show appear again at the end, and then it leads into where they're gonna go on their show, and then it was also recently announced that at Comic-Con that they're gonna do a prequel show called Vought Rising with Soldier Boy and Stormfront as like the lead characters, and it's also crazy because at the end, the only spoiler thing I'm gonna say about season 4, I'm not gonna go in, is
Yes.
that yeah, it's the only one thing is that Soldier Boy is back. So I mean, it was obvious he didn't die. He was captured at the end of season 3 after his fight with the Queen Maeve. But yeah, so he's back, and then you already know that he's what is it? It was Homelander that found him, so you already know that it's gonna be Homelander, Soldier Boy, pretty much everyone just coming at Butcher, which who has now become like this. I don't even know what he is, bro. Like it's just that's the thing is we saw a taste of his powers at the end of season 4, and it just makes you wonder what they're gonna evolve to, both on screen and off screen, and then what's gonna happen with the boys because at the end of the season we see just everyone taken away from each other and separated. So it leaves you wondering where everything's gonna go and for the next season and then Gen V obviously. But yeah, no, I love season 4, the finale for sure. I still sit on that season 3 is the best season because it was like I thought it was the best paced, but season 4 is still really good. And like I said, I'm excited for the next shows that come with it. And then Vought Rising, I love Soldier Boy, Jensen Ackles. I still hope that he becomes a DCU's Batman, but that's my opinion. So yeah, do you guys have any opinions on anything with on this topic of the boys or Vought
Feel
Rising?
that when the show comes out, I'll definitely give it a rise since I'll give it a look since it's like a whole new thing. And it's I'll probably be more into it due to the fact that its backdrop is in the 1950s and takes place, of course, before Vought is crazy huge. So I think it'll be very interesting what they do with it. I think the outfits it's gonna be how do I say it? It's gonna remind me a lot of Watchmen because Watchmen takes place around like the same time period, I would say.
So you're a
So
fan of
what
like
so
period pieces, is what you're saying?
Yeah, I mean, I think because I think superhero like superpower or anything is awesome to see, but it's definitely something that I think is like tiresome to see as in modern time because it's social media, like good versus evil, and then
Right.
in the 50s, this is post World War II America. So it's still this idealistic idea of, yo, you defeated Hitler, bro. We're the shit, dude. We're everything's awesome. So it's gonna be like like Watchmen. I think it's gonna be like Watchmen, probably. Dude, because The Boys is technically like Watchmen already, but it's just like I think it's like they go crazier into the whole hero corruption, more like on that side of things. Whereas in Watchmen, I think it's like that sustained battle between doing what's right and like what's good for the public, which is one of the things that they did in Watchmen, which is why you saw that in the movie. That's why Rorschach was like, deatomized by Dr. Manhattan, because in order for the US was going to fall apart and stuff, and what Dr. Manhattan did, he just like with his finger, he went, I'm nuking this city. Boom, like a US city, he nukes it. And then Rorschach finds like information leading to the United States being implicated in its own bombing. So that way they had a reason to unite the country and go to war again. And then so Rorschach is no, and then Dr. Manhattan just goes, skadoosh. And that I'd like that kind of maybe we'll see more of that idealistic form of storytelling or like mindset in this new show with the quote unquote humble beginnings of Vought and its characters.
Okay, okay.
Yeah.
For sure, for sure.
But yeah, James, you need to watch the boys.
Do I?
Um,
All right.
Oh,
Shit, but I want to go see the new Alien movie first
dude, you
before I
need to
do
watch it.
anything.
Oh my god, it's
I'm
so
a
good.
huge Alien fan.
It's so good, bro. You need to watch it.
I haven't seen it myself.
It's so good. I watched it on Friday. It was so good.
Do you like the original one?
I like the original, yeah.
I like the original a lot. Yeah. Can't go wrong with Sigourney Weaver.
Yeah. I would say this one is aside from the original, is like the best Alien.
Really? Holy shit.
I think
I'm
so.
excited to watch it.
All right, James,
Um,
why don't you introduce the Mortal Kombat stuff at least?
Oh my god. I'm very excited for
No,
the
wait,
Mortal Kombat.
I like
You
just
haven't been recording this whole time?
yeah, no, I have been, but it's just cap off with what we said and then segue it into the next thing.
Oh shit, what do I even say about the boys as a segue? I don't know anything. Superheroes are uncool when they're bad guys.
okay, Homelander is in Mortal Kombat, so you could just be like,
Is he?
oh, yeah, he was a part of the first season pass. All right, yeah, you just do that.
Yeah, whenever you're ready.
No,
Homie.
that's a dog shit trans. All right, fine. All right, I'm back. Sorry, my computer froze for a second. So the only thing I know about this show is that Homelander's in it, and he's in the Mortal Kombat season 1 pass. Crazy how I know that. And I think they're coming out with a new, is it a new DLC? A new, is it different than a season pass?
It's essentially their, because they do 2 season passes per game. At least they started back in Mortal Kombat 11.
Hmm.
So they would do like the first season pass which would be 6 characters, and then the next season pass would be another 6 characters. So that's basically how they do it. So this is considered the second season pass.
Oh, got you.
Yeah. But yeah, it's gonna be called Chaos Reigns, and it's gonna be a storyline DLC with also like a bunch of characters related to that, and
The
then also
lineup
like
is
characters that people killed.
wild.
Yeah. So it's basically continuing from what we saw in the campaign with Havoc, which is like this character who like can rip off his own limbs and he uses that as his weapons and stuff. It's crazy.
That's
Um,
wild. Holy
but
fuck.
it's basically a version in a different universe that's basically a king, and it's like a whole thing. But he's a really interesting character. Like it's a character that came out in the some of the original Mortal Kombat games, and then they brought it back for this for Mortal Kombat 1 because it's essentially from the beginning. And I'm honestly so excited for this. And then we talked about this last podcast because it was actually on like a data leak that all these characters were leaked for the DLC, and they were essentially right. So it was basically we got Cyrax and Sector, which are gonna be females this time around.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, because it plays into how Mortal Kombat 1 is, where it's the different universes, the different variants of the characters are different genders sometimes, which I mean, I don't even mind. They honestly look sick. Like they dropped the trailer. It had them. It has Conan the Barbarian, which is our I think our second or third time seeing. I think it's the second time seeing Arnold in a Mortal Kombat game, which is really funny. We got what is it? The T-1000 from
Terminator.
yeah, from Terminator
Yeah, yeah,
2.
yeah.
And then we got Noob Saibot, of course. Got to do that. And then the big character that I had been wanting for so long, we're finally getting Ghostface. I'm so excited for this. I think I'm probably the biggest Mortal Kombat fan in this chat. I know Nicholas is a big Street Fighter guy.
Yeah, I am, but I keep up with like all the fighting games, and like I'm well aware of all the characters that are releasing in the roster. Like, come on, man, you got the guy from T2. He's he's pretty badass, and then of course Conan the Barbarian by Arnie is also pretty tight. I'm not much of a horror movie guy, but I think it's it's pretty it's definitely akin to Mortal Kombat's what is it prerogative to want to release like horror movie characters as they've done in the past.
Yeah.
Yeah, Jason. What is it? You've
They got
had
Freddy.
Freddy.
They had Alien. They had a Predator.
Zach.
Yeah, so it really falls in line with it. Like I said, this has been a character that I've been wanting for so long. So like, I'm a big, I'm a big horror guy, but more importantly, I'm a big Ghostface guy. I'm a big Scream person. Like um, just I'm so excited for this. That was the one that I was like, oh, instant cop. Like that's like instantly sold me. So yeah, I similar to like how John Cena Peacemaker sold me the first season pass. This sold me for the second. So so I'm excited for this. And then in the trailer, we saw obviously all these characters in action, except for Ghostface. We just saw the character announcement. We didn't see any gameplay of him or Conan. I think those are the two characters we didn't see. But we did see the return of Animalities, which looked really sick. Like they showed a few of them and they honestly looked crazy. But yeah, it's just I'm like I said, I'm so excited for this, and I just want them to keep going in this like route. I'm still curious what they're gonna do beyond this game in terms of storyline, but I mean it is the start of the Mortal Kombat universe in this. We can only expect like an endless amount of surprises coming our way.
What are your joke and not joke characters you'd like to see in Mortal Kombat?
Okay. You know who's a joke, but also not a joke? I want to see Jigsaw. Like I want to see like the old man
The
Jigsaw
tricycle.
with Billy the puppet. Like, bro, that'd be crazy. Like just
That's
that
a cool
stuff.
idea.
Yeah, just that. I know Chucky has been talked about a lot. So that's another one that I think would be really good for that.
Minecraft Steve, right?
For
Dude,
real?
you know who would be so fire?
Hmm.
Pennywise the clown.
No,
Okay.
I
Would be
love that. No,
crazy.
that's a good idea.
That he would be crazy. Just think about all the fatalities. Another one, Ash Williams from Evil Dead. Come on, bro.
Base. That
Like
one's
that's
good.
easy. Like easy, bro. Come on. Yeah, there's so many skins, bro. There's so many characters they can do from different properties. I know Stranger Things is about to have its final season. They could do a Vecna, bro. I don't know. They could do a million things.
If I
It's
thought
just
they're gonna just bring it back, I feel like that they're never gonna end. They make too much money off that show.
that's gonna be the end of the main show, and then they're gonna do
Oh,
spin-offs.
If they
Gotcha,
do it
Yeah,
into some new shit, that's the end of me caring, bro.
yeah. It's literally gonna be that's what the boys is gonna be. Like after this next season is gonna be the last season, but it's not gonna be the end of the boys universe. There's still gonna be Gen V. There's still gonna be the boys in Mexico, which is gonna be a different show. There's all these things, bro. It's just like the start of a universe, basically.
What about you, James? What are some joke or not joke characters you like?
dude, Minecraft Steve,
Does him?
goated,
The Minecraft,
absolute Steve, dude.
For me, it'd be
You said Alien was already in the game, right?
yeah.
I think that'll be my number one actual pick, but that's because the movie just came out a little bit ago.
For me, it'd probably be Fred Durst from Limp Bizkit, Tony Hawk,
Oh, real. No, I like that answer.
Shaun White for sure. Probably Sweet Tooth from Twisted Metal. Oh, he'd be dope. They should add Heihachi from Tekken. I think it'd be if they coolly added some Killer Instinct characters. That'd be very interesting. Who else? They always have the Joker.
Yeah, bro. I'm tired of seeing the Joker.
Kite Man. I like to see Kite Man in the Mortal Kombat movies, Mortal Kombat games, and probably Highlander. Highlander would be a cool one from the movie Highlander.
Highlander from the hit movie Highlander.
Hey, that movie was so fire, bro. Like the soundtrack and that movie brings me to tears because it's like brotherhood. Like the movie, it's so awesome. It's like just what's up, bro? What's up, brother? You're like for real, like man shit. And it's see, Minecraft Steve is definitely a good one. Sackboy from Little Big Planet.
Oh my gosh.
I think
Base.
he'd be amazing. Oh, the Scout from Team Fortress 2.
I'm gonna choose a spy from Team Fortress 2.
Yo, the spy would be
That'd
so
be
good.
sick as fuck.
Dude,
yeah.
or instead they could have a Shao Kahn, or not. It's not Shao Kahn. What's that dude who mimics other people's powers in Mortal Kombat? Esteban?
Hold on, I'm trying to blink here. Oh,
Joe Rogan.
Ermac. No, is it Ermac?
No, the wizard, the one that's your soul is mine.
Oh, Shang Tsung.
Yeah, so give Shang Tsung the spy, like a skin of him being spy, and then just add the scout, or add the soldier with the rocket launcher.
Rip. I don't think they can do it anymore. His voice actor's gone.
Oh, that's true. GG's. Let's see. Who else? Jacket. I feel like that's a good one. John Marston from Red Dead 1. Could I think of any others? One of the guys from, what is it? Castle Crashers, for sure.
Holy shit. I haven't thought about that game in so long.
Yeah. Fuck. Hades from the game Hades.
Hades from the game Hades, yeah.
And probably like the banana from the game My Friend Pedro.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, and last but not least, Jacket from Hotline Miami.
Like it.
Yeah. Alrighty, James. Since we're doing the controller stuff, hopefully you got the articles and everything pulled.
Yeah.
Just be like, those are cool characters.
You know what else is cool? Oh shit, my headphones just came unplugged.
Do that.
Hello?
Yo, what's up?
Okay, there we go. Sorry, what were you saying?
Oh, and yeah, those would be my joke characters.
I love that. I do. That's the spy and the scout are you a TF2 player?
I play it, yeah.
I love TF2. And you know what else I love? Goddamn the resurgence of transparent controllers and peripherals.
Oh,
right?
I'm actually a big fan of transparent control.
Unironically, I am too. I'm
Dude,
very excited.
I literally, because I still have my Xbox 360 goated console. That's my all-time favorite console. But I still have I have a red and a green transparent controllers, and they're amazing, bro. I love transparent controllers when they don't have lights inside, and it's just because I feel like
You
the light
don't like the lights inside?
I'm honestly cool without the light. Like I just the light in the middle of the controller, like the Xbox logo,
Mhm.
fire. Like that's all I need. Dude, I'm so excited they're coming back.
I think that's like the Mad Catz or the Afterglow controller. I just imagine being such a fan of transparent stuff. That's, yeah, bro, I got my transparent screen.
I like, yeah.
My transparent mouse. My transparent, like, it's, imagine you get sold a quote unquote transparent wooden desk, bro, and it's just glass.
Bro.
Or it's
No,
like
because it's
really
literally,
bad
I
plastic.
don't know why. It's so satisfying to see like the gears moving when you're pressing your controller. and
No,
just shoot
that's
a little.
fair.
I don't know why. I just love it. It's no. I see. I don't even get distracted. It's just satisfying to me. I'm like, damn. This is video games.
This is
It's an enigma that you cannot describe. It's just beautiful.
for sure. Yeah, and yeah, this comes all about because, as we said, probably that Microsoft has revealed a transparent new Xbox controller that rekindles memories of the OG Xbox era. This is from IGN, the Sky Cipher Special Edition, which is now available with the release date of August 13. And you could have pre-ordered it for $70. Now it's available. And according to IGN, they said that leaning into the nostalgia for console generations have gone by, Microsoft's video promoting the new transparent controller begins with the OG Xbox boot up. And then who knows, mate? And then IGN poses a question with, will Microsoft plan to release a transparent version of the Xbox?
Honestly, that'd be pretty sick.
No, I'd love that.
I like it. Because do you remember the original Xbox? They used to have these green versions that were essentially, they were transparent. And it was just, I don't know why, those always look so cool to me. I thought that looked cooler than the black Xbox. Because I was like, like it reminded me of just that old era of consoles, like the GameCube and like that kind of thing. Like it's just so nostalgic. I love it.
The better days
For real, huh? Back in our day.
back in our day.
But yeah, speaking of controllers, not only did that come out, but we also saw the reveal for a Deadpool and Wolverine controller, which is also an Xbox collab. And this controller is,
It's got a fat ass.
yeah, it got viral because of the cheeks, bro.
SG
And
controllers.
it's honestly, it's so sad that you can't buy the controller. Like it's one of those, yeah, because it's one of those things that you could only win on a giveaway. They're not
Nah, that's
selling
fucked
it.
up.
Bro,
That's
I
fucked
would
up.
buy those in a heartbeat. That Wolverine one, the yellow and blue looks so nice.
My
Like I
heart's
want
broken.
that.
What is it? According to PCWorld.com, they said that the rear panels have been custom molded to, according to them, right, evoke the bodacious booties of Deadpool and Wolverine,
fucking
going so
hilarious.
far as to match the textures and seams of their figure hugging suits. Since they're both look different, since the textures are different for both suits, they're going alongside with that. As someone noted, the world said the same thing, that if you want to get your hands on these curvaceous controllers, you'll have to be almost as lucky as a superhero's significant other. According to the Xbox Wire post showing them off, they'll only be available via an upcoming sweepstakes ran by Microsoft on Instagram. The hashtag is a Microsoft Cheeky Sweepstakes, and it's responsibly limited to gamers who are 18 or older.
Wonder why.
Yeah, but see, don't get me wrong. It's like a novelty, right? I think it's nice, but I feel like if you're gonna be like gaming, copyright / all with the R, like truly gaming, and you're gonna be there for like hours on end.
I don't know how practical it is to have
Yeah,
ass cheeks on the back of
exactly.
your
That's what I
See,
told
the
Esteban.
good thing is, because I've been watching reviews about it, is that the cheeks actually clip off. So if it bothers you, you can take them off. And this is real. I'm not even making this up. It actually comes off.
Surgically
All right.
remove the cheeks, put the cheeks on its own stand.
That's
Yeah,
what
they're
I'm
just
saying, bro.
placing
They
the
gotta
cheeks
tell
it
them.
on.
It's cool. Don't get me wrong. Definitely something that would be something I'd like to have if I want it for sure. If I want it for free. I have an Xbox controller too, although it's one of the plain black ones. Somehow, for some reason, still requires batteries in the year of our Lord 2024.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm enjoying the promotional material for Deadpool and Wolverine. Good movie. And their marketing team is definitely right up there too.
Top notch. Yeah.
Yeah, and it also just made $1 billion at the box office, which is crazy.
Sheesh.
Yup.
God,
The 11th Marvel movie to do it.
bro, you know how many Disney passes I could buy with $1 billion?
So real.
Bro.
So real. Just renewed, man.
There
Yeah,
you go,
bro.
man.
If you have not seen that movie, obviously you guys need to go see that movie because that
Mhm.
movie is so good. If you're a fan of any of the X-Men movies, if you're a fan of just Deadpool or just Wolverine, bro, this movie does it. It has enough for everyone, bro. If you're fans of the older kind of movies like the Daredevil, that kind of stuff, you're gonna love it.
Yeah, for sure. I'm gonna use the restroom real quick. I'm gonna
All
put
right.
it down on the thing.
Speaking of restrooms, I heard that the Xbox store shut down.
You gotta say all that, bro. Here. I'm gonna send a picture of it. But they did a Reebok collab for the new Alien movie, and I low key want these, bro. I mean, I showed it to my girl, and she was like, they literally look like dirty shoes, and they do look like dirty shoes, but they're the ones that the main character wears in the movie, so they look cool.
Nah, that's cool.
Look, I said it in the discussion. I feel like they look so fire, bro.
Oh, hell yeah. Pre-scuffed shoes. I love it.
Dude, okay, but they look sick. I don't know why.
I like them. I don't like I hate pre-scuffed shit, though.
Dude, I know, that's the only thing.
Yeah.
But I love dude, they look so nice. But they look like they're like 4 years old.
Yeah, yeah, they do.
And they're $170. Like,
Dude,
goddamn.
I would not spend 170 for some pre-scuffed fucking shoes, man. I don't care how cool they are.
All right, I'm back.
We're talking about $170 pre-scuffed shoes. Look at
Because
the
Reebok did a collab with Aliens for the new movie, and they're selling the main characters like basically they're the shoes she wears in the movie, but they're just inspired by it. But they look all worn and stuff.
What?
Yeah, look at the thing.
How do they even do this? Something like that? Is that like they get like they hire? So they make the shoe, right? And then they hire like another group of sweatshop workers to run around in them or some shit, or
Basically, they'll just scuff them up.
so
Um,
dumb, bro. It's like, yeah, my shoes are clean. So why do they look dirty? It's just
yeah,
the
for real.
style.
shut up,
No,
smile, bro.
they look cool
You
though.
get it.
Like,
Thank God, bro. I'm bum maxing.
next time you see me in person, I'm gonna pull up in those.
Oh my god.
There you go, bro.
Hey, what's
Oh,
up,
yeah.
dude?
Be like, all right, lamenting the condition of the preconditioned choice in
Shoes.
shoes. Something else that we could lament is the Xbox 360 store shutdown, which is a real F in the chat. According to GameSpot, the marketplace was live for almost 19 years. And then they also said the final countdown has begun for the Xbox 360 store on this article published on July 29th, which officially shutters today after opening almost 19 years ago. That means you won't be able to buy Xbox 360 games or DLC on the marketplace in a matter of hours. However, they will still be available to play and re-download for people who already purchased that content. Damn, bro, Xbox 360
Yeah,
store.
so this is it. Yeah, this had me so sad. Cause like I said, 360 was my main console back in the day. So yeah, I don't know, man. It's sad to see. I know it eventually comes for all things, all consoles and stuff. But it's damn. I'm like, damn, am I getting old?
The only silver lining that would, according to GameSpot, is that Microsoft does say that any backward compatible Xbox 360 and original Xbox games will still be available for purchase
Xbox?
on
Come here,
Xbox One, Xbox
Xbox
Series
One?
X and S,
Yeah,
and
yeah.
Xbox.com. Online multiplayer support, meanwhile, depends on publishers and developers for Xbox 360 games and won't be affected by the store shuttering. I'm glad they're keeping
This is
that.
our most chaotic episode.
I like this, right? I fuck with it, bro. It's fuck it, we're doing it live, you know, like. But yeah, this goes to show that even though they're shuttering the ability to buy these digital games, the fact that you no longer have the ability to still gives more credence and more strength to the argument that owning these games physically is ultimately a better
Amen.
deal to do.
I'm a big physical media guy.
Yeah,
love
me
that.
too.
For
Hell
real.
yeah,
I'm glad that his comic's dead
Copies
for
of
a
Fight
while.
Club.
Yeah, I still got all my physical games. I love them.
I'm as someone that is getting into that kind of market of selling, purchasing, and reselling used to video games and consoles and stuff like that. I definitely understand the reason as to why people like seek out these games so much. One version, for example, like Lollipop Chainsaw, beautiful main character, where you play as an 18-year-old cheerleader that is also a zombie hunter. It's this game that when it first came out, it wasn't like, it didn't seem to be as popular, or maybe it was, but the copies are so limited now that it's a collector's item.
Yeah.
And they like when you have a full complete inbox, which is basically the cover is good, and then the box itself that it comes with is good as well. But you could also get like newer boxes and switch it, right? And then it comes with a manual and the game, especially depending on the quality of the game, as in like how good it's been maintained. Like it'll sell for about like $100 or so on the lower end. So seeing these games now being less accessible online will make Xbox 360 games overall like more of a collector's item for sure, and you could definitely see that being reflected in the eBay and like the aftermarket stores as well. It sucks to see such a thing like that, because 360 and was definitely back then when it still had that punching power against Sony's PlayStation, because when the Sony PS3 first came out, it featured a ton of features such as backwards compatibility across its last two consoles beforehand, and and expandable storage, SD slots, and etc. And that console was worth around $600 when it first released. Of
Wow.
course, iterations then later came out and were priced better. They were missing all those core features, such as, and then all the way down to you have the PS3, like the fat PS3, where they took out everything. Then you had the PS3 Slim, and then you had the Super Slim, where they even made it so that way the like you put like way you put in discs is just completely different. Like they got rid of the disc ejector in the thing. But yeah, the 360 is it's a shame now that the according to some sources say that the current like the with the console wars as it stands, it's that the PlayStation has outsold the Xbox 5-1.
Ugh.
Don't know whether that's to PS that's both the 4 and the 5 or just the 5. It's a shame. And continuing, moving from a Baja Funny, Quicksilver's cringe type atmosphere to damn F for respects, you have the hallowed Game Informer publication going under as well.
Yeah.
IGN said that it has announced it's shutting down after 33 years after GameStop reportedly told the publication it was closing immediately. They were all laid off and they would begin receiving severance terms. According to the folks over at they said, from the early days of pixelated adventures to today's immersive virtual realms, we've been honored to share this incredible journey with you, our loyal readers. And then they, as the post continues, while our presses may stop, the passion we have for gaming that we've cultivated together will continue to live on. Thank you for being part of our epic quest. Oh, Reddit cringe? Just kidding. And may your own gaming adventures never end. Then IGN then said that Kotaku reported that Game Informer staff was brought into a meeting on Friday, August 2nd, with GameStop's VP of HR, of course. In the meeting, they were told the publication was closing immediately. They were all laid off, and they would begin receiving severance terms.
What a shitty way to do it.
And it
damn.
sucks because as they were axed, and definitely, Magazine and Game Informer magazine content director Kyle Hilliard wrote on Twitter that 70% of the next issue was done, and would have been a great cover.
Wow.
And it's such a sad thing to see it end on its last issue, number 367. Featuring, of all games, fucking Dragon Age. Just to give you guys a backdrop, maybe a little history lesson, if you give a fuck. Game Informer was founded in August 1991. So back when I was still in my dad's balls. I'm 24 now. When FuncoLand began publishing an in-house newsletter, GameStop. How does Gambit say it? I shot out of my daddy's dick or some shit.
Holy shit.
GameStop took over Game Informer when it purchased FuncoLand in 2000, and it had become the longest running video game magazine in the world. In 2011,
Wow.
Game Informer was actually the third largest magazine in the United States, with over 80 million copies in the wild. Game Informer's website has been around since 1996. Yeah, I see. So like, which is kind of crazy, man. Because when I first was like a super big dude in high school, not physically, but like mentally into like the whole like world of English and writing and all that stuff, I thought like being a journalist for like Game Informer was like like you made it. You know, there's IGN, Kotaku, and all these other nerds, but it's make it into Game Informer is the gamers version of the Atlantic, like the New York Times, the LA Times, Bloomberg, like the big honchos. And to see a publication that was solely dedicated to that culture, that understood the culture as well, and the level of writing was probably, like, to me personally, even all the way down to its last issue, like the most like objective, like criticism when it came to all their games overall. Like, for example, you had a lot of the times people would go, oh, IGN gave this game a 7, GameSpot gave it a 4, Kotaku exists. You could always settle it and be like, all right, what did Game Informer say about it? Like that, to me, that's how I would settle things. Because you'd read it, you see the number, if it got like Game of the Month because it was that good, right? And no, it's gone. Like, it's gone, and it sucks. I would rather have the Game Informer IP just sold to some other publication that would really take it under its wing and really give a fuck. Because I believe that it still had that like staying power in today's day. Like people like boomers and Gen Xers would go out and read the news on the newspaper. But I think in the realm of smartphones, internet tablets, and doom scrolling, I think holding a Game Informer like magazine I feel like that has more credibility than, hey, check out our recent blog post. It's that oomph that it's vague. That it's I think it's this void that I think will be unfilled indefinitely, at least for the time being. In my person, but yeah, I have my own slew of Game Informer magazines. I remember when the Battlefield 3 Game Informer magazine was released. I had a copy of it. I stared at the artwork for days. I read it top to down. I really enjoyed it, like everything that the magazine had to offer. I know that it had answering fan letters. It had contests, like monthly contests with like artwork. They went behind the scenes often with like what game devs would do, and of course you had previews and reviews. And when you read it, you go, "Oh, cool!" Now you'd read it and be like, "Okay, so this is what the game earned on its merits," rather than, "Oh, this is what IGN would have gave it because it usually like rates games this way," or like the slant. You don't see IGN having that slant. But enough about me. Like, how did Game Informer like touch you in any way? Of course, permission.
I grew up on it, man. That was my introduction to the gaming world. I was obsessed with it.
How
Yeah,
The
I would say the same thing. Like just the covers alone, like
Right.
are such a staple in like just being a gamer. Like I remember seeing there's one specific one that comes to mind is when they first announced Spider-Man PS4 and they had an Alex Ross cover of Spider-Man in the Insomniac suit. Bro, it's just there's so many classic costumes and classic covers that they've done that are just bro, you wouldn't get that from other outlets. It's just it was something that was so unique to Game Informer, and like you would always look forward to it just for what game they were showcasing that month, kind of thing.
Yeah, see,
And
right
like,
now. Sorry, continue. I apologize.
oh, I was saying that like that was the to me that was one of the biggest things, like the most appealing things about having the GameStop Rewards membership is that you got Game Informer every month,
I had
and like
that. Yep,
I
yep.
I would always opt in for the physical copy because I
Real, me
prefer that
too.
over the digital.
Me too.
And seeing not having that anymore, bro, is so sad. Like, it makes me not wanna have that GameStop rewards because it's like, it doesn't hit the same,
No
Oh
point,
God, bro,
yeah.
why did pro sucks now? Like you're not even pro anymore. You're like what, like amateur league now.
basically.
So like what's crazy? I like under my bed, like I pulled out like a basket where I have all. So I got the cover where they covered like God of War Ragnarok, Magic Legends. Then there was the official issue where they did the PlayStation like anniversary. Cyberpunk 2077, Grounded, Ultimate Alliance 3, Ash vs Evil Dead, Mortal Kombat 11, Outriders. What is it? The Game Informer with Miles Morales on it.
Yup.
And there's Resident Evil 3, the remake, Breakpoint, Modern Warfare remastered, the first one, remake the first one. Yeah, oh man, I forgot about this game. It's like the Dead Space wannabe, the one made by the same studio.
No idea.
Shit, man. I'll come back. It's like melee combat. Let's see. Here it is. It's the Callisto Protocol.
Oh,
Yeah,
yeah.
Monster Hunter, World Iceborne, Sonic Frontiers, fucking Skull and Bones, and Wasteland 3, A Forspoken, Pokemon Sword and Shield. I got more as well. Let's see. And then I have here, what is it? Diablo 4, Resident Evil Village, Psychonauts 2, fucking Halo, the Halo Infinite one, the Elden Ring Game Informer cover. It's such a shame that it took this month's page, but fucking the new Saints Row, the latest. I think this is Horizon, like the new one, Hitman 3, and I think this is like something Spirits or some shit, one of the PlayStation exclusives. But yeah, it's see these games like now, like I think like it's like ultimate swag. Is yeah, bro. Like I was on Game Informer. Like let me see. They covered so much cool ass shit, man. Yeah, see, they gave it Game Informer Gold or Game of the Month. That was the way you'd see it. And then like the way Game Informer would go about it would be going through like the concept, the graphics, the sound, playability, entertainment. And they gave it like a replay value of like high, moderately high, low, stuff like that. Fuck, dude. Yeah, that's right here. They gave Call of Duty the what is it, 2016 one or the first remake. They gave it 8.7, 875. So they're very precise with their rankings. They featured I like collectibles or like electronics you probably buy. Like here, like in this cover with the Blizzard issue for Diablo 4, you had a spotlight with the Transformers for Cybertron, fucking Beats, the Artovision classic gaming shadow boxes, board games, just peripherals that you could if that's something you really want. Then, of course, you have the like interviews with developers. Here in this issue, they provided an interview with Yoshinori Kitase, who is a longtime producer and director of the Final Fantasy games. And here they give him a good interview on Final Fantasy 7, or like the remake. Dude, it's crazy. Fucking, I used to I look up to these guys. They were the shit, and I think they will live on in our generation, at least Gen Z, as such a shame. Such a shame. Because if it were up to me, man, I'd buy like GameStop Pro just for Game Informer. I feel like for some folks, it's all what they bought like the Pro rewards for. Just me?
Yeah.
We didn't do it before while it was still around. I think that's probably why they shut the doors.
True. So sad.
Yeah.
Quicksilver. But yeah, moving on, but still in our hearts from Game Informer shutting down. We have video game actors now going on the offensive regarding what they believe is their careers. What's going on with that?
Yeah, so it's basically just the similar to like how the writer's strike happened this last year and then also the actor strike that happened. So it's basically just these groups of people fighting to protect their rights, especially with the rise of artificial intelligence with AI. And that's literally it's the same thing as what those other strikes were fighting for. It's literally just video game actors fighting for protection against AI stealing all these jobs and stuff from voice actors, and it's protecting them from using their likeliness without them knowing and like that kind of thing. So I followed the actor strikes really closely because I want to work in the film and television industry as a filmmaker. I've been like looking at all that and I follow that really closely. And it was like I fully expected it even once it was over that it was going to be trickling down to every other industry that could possibly be affected by artificial intelligence, specifically like more artistic kind of creative outlet. So obviously movies and then video games. And then soon is probably gonna be like graphic designers and then soon interior designers. I feel like it's gonna eventually go into every kind of industry because artificial intelligence is basically putting a while it does help in its own ways, it is putting a lot of jobs at risk. And that's basically what these people are fighting for. So it's basically like SAG-AFTRA striking against the video game industry to fight AI concerns. And yeah, it's basically that's what's been going on right now. And it's over, according to The Verge, negotiations broke down due to disagreements over worker protections around AI. The Actors Union, SAG-AFTRA, negotiates the terms of the interactive media agreement with a bargaining committee of video game publishers, including Activision, Take-Two, Insomniac Games, Warner Brother Games, and others that represent a total of 30 signatory companies. So it's like it's something that's basically going to be happening, like I said, in every industry, is just trying to stop digital replication of voices, and then to keep people basically protected from generative AI. I know you and I had talked about that before, Nicholas, so I want to see your opinion on it.
I think the use of AI, I use AI all the time. The way I'm using this application called Descript, which like basically does like records the whole thing and then generate this script from what we're saying. And that's how I'm able to pump out these episodes as fast as I usually do, these on a medium average. And I understand, like I see a lot of good uses for AI, but I think like when it comes to like jobs, I think that's where you draw the line. I think the fact that they're negotiating over and over is a good thing. And if they have to resort to a strike, then it makes sense. They should. The Verge wrote that SAG-AFTRA negotiates terms of the interactive media agreement, or IMA, with a bargaining committee of video game publishers, including Activision, Take-Two, Insomniac Games, Warner Brother Games, and others that represent a total of 30 signatory companies. Those SAG-AFTRA and the video game bargaining group were able to agree on a number of proposals. AI remained the final stumbling block, resulting in the strike. SAG-AFTRA's provisions on AI govern both voice and movement performers with respect to digital replicas, or using an existing performance as a foundation to create new ones without the original performer. and the use of generative AI to create performances without any initial input. And then, however, according to SAG-AFTRA, the bargaining companies disagreed about what type of performer should be eligible for AI protections. SAG-AFTRA said that bargaining companies initially wanted to offer protections to voice, but not motion performers. And what is it? The SAG-AFTRA chief contracts officer Ray Rodriguez stated that so anybody doing a stunt or creature performance, all of these folks would have been left unprotected under the employer's offer. Of course, SAG-AFTRA then rejected this proposal as it would potentially exclude a majority of movement performances. Their proposal would carve out anything that doesn't look and sound identical to me, said Andy Norris, a member of SAG negotiating committee during a press conference. So what they would propose, as they said, would be movement would leave behind movement specialists, including stunts, entirely out in the cold to be replaced by soulless synthetic performers trained on actual performances. So it's definitely a lot to dig into, and I'm glad that these folks are using their unions for the betterment of themselves. It's definitely a move. Time is a good one in the future of their jobs and overall self-preservation. Fuck, dude, if you work and let's just say you do a job once and they're like, all right, cool. And then, that's it. Then it's GG's. Like, you're never going to find work again. But when it comes to the, as moving later on the Verge article, reading down more, there's some games that are exempt from the strike. And they're called side letter 6 games, which get the who are granted an exception to games that are in production before of August 2020. GTA 6 would be considered not struck work, so they can't really strike against GTA 6. So what they're doing is telling others to refrain from working on these side letter 6 games. And if worst comes to worst, they said that they'll just strike. James, why don't you dig into this a little further?
I'm all for it, man. It's like we said earlier, it's the movies, but applying to more broadly to video games. I'm glad they're sticking up for like people that would have been sidelined. I think that's like a good step in the right direction this isn't going to be the last strike going on so I think that what they're doing right now is a good step, like getting us to where we should be with it. I think AI is great. I think that we're probably most definitely going to be seeing it a lot more in all sorts of media. I just think that we need like ground rules to make it okay for people to be able to use and not rip away livelihoods and stuff.
Yeah. But yeah, I'm glad that they're fighting back. Like
Absolutely,
that's
yeah.
All right, James, why don't you segue the next one?
I feel like us going from Game Informer shutdown to Redbox shutdown would have been easier than from SAG-AFTRA to Redbox.
Yeah. Why don't you just be like now bouncing back to where it's like shut down.
Yeah, gotcha. Going back to Game Informer going out of business, rest in peace. We also have a classic for me, Redbox going down, joining the ranks of, what was it, Blockbuster? Oh man, I miss the physical media like rental thing going on. I don't know, maybe that's just nostalgia talking. I can't complain about streaming. It's really nice, but I do miss being able to go out and buy movies or rent movies and pick up popcorn and red vines and then have like an at-home movie night. I don't know. What about you?
I've never been a Redbox guy. I always did see them around the Stater Brothers. I'm in base to some folks. Stater Brothers is like a shopping market for food and groceries, especially, at least to me, my knowledge, there's a lot of them based around the Southern California area.
I think it's only SoCal, actually.
Maybe. Yeah, so I would see the Redbox there. I always wanted to, but I've never managed to like rent any movies. I think my uncle did a couple times. But I always went to either the local stores or back when I used to live back in my birth country of Costa Rica, I remember Blockbuster was like the thing still. That was like 06, 07 before I migrated here.
I didn't know you were born in Costa Rica.
Yeah. It's
very cool.
I am. And then IGN said that the days of heading to the Red Kiosk to rent a DVD are ending as Redbox announced that after 22 years, it is shutting down. Variety, they're taking some info from Variety. Redbox's parent company, Chicken Soup for the Soul Entertainment, Crazy name. Changed its
I had
chapter.
no idea. Holy shit.
Yeah, what?
It changed its Chapter 11 bankruptcy case to Chapter 7 yesterday. As a result, the Redbox will shut down all of its DVD rental kiosks and streaming services. To give you more info on Redbox to my fellow Gen A's or barely making it to the cut Gen Z's, Redbox was launched in 2002. Box DVD kiosk rentals were spotted in various locations, including fast food restaurants, grocery stores, aka Stater Brothers, for example, and pharmacies. That's funny. Getting your drugs and then like your painkiller
Picking up a little movie.
and then a movie, yeah, a little
Bro,
something
I've
for the
done that.
addiction. And its convenience and affordable pricing made it widely popular among consumers. In 5 years after that, its initial launch, it would surpass Blockbuster in terms of the number of locations. Come on, man. It's what is it? Like a stand? It's like a, of course. Yeah,
It's
just,
just-
of
yeah.
course. And then IGN then said, in addition to movies, Redbox also offered video game rentals. Unfortunately, the company would stop its game rentals altogether in 2019. Redbox delved into video streaming, launching Redbox On Demand in 2017. Then and Redbox Free Live TV in 2020. The latter a
What?
free live
And
TV
free
streaming
live
service with
TV?
ads. Several months later, the company announced Redbox Plus, a yearly subscription offering subscribers incentives such as extended return times and 12 or 24 rentals. Yeah, and then the way I concluded the article was stating, beyond Redbox's closure, some retail stores are also changing their strategy on physical media. Last April, a Target spokesperson confirmed to IGN that it would limit the number of physical DVDs it sells in its retail stores. And as covered here on the Warner's podcast, we also, as they're stating here on IGN, last October, Best Buy revealed it would be it was phasing out of physical media sales, noting it would discontinue physical DVD and Blu-ray disc sales in store and online in early 2024. So, I mean, Esteban, what Redbox DVD sales rentals? What's up with that?
Yeah, no, so okay, because you guys were talking about your experience with it. So I love Redbox. I've had experience with all three, like the home movie stores, with Blockbuster, with Redbox. When I first moved out here, when I first moved like cities, and I was still like getting all my stuff acquainted for, I would always go to it was like before I had a job, so before I could have like all these streaming services, bro, I would go down to Stater Bros and then go get a movie and then be like, you know what? I want to play this game, but I don't want to spend full price. Let me go rent it for a day. Why not? Bro, I would do all of that. So it's sad because I think the last time I rented a movie was probably last year. Like it's not that long ago. I think the very last movie I rented was the first Shazam movie. that was the, that was the last movie
Marvel originally. I'm scared.
bro. The last one I did, and I don't know, bro. It's just come on. I'm a big physical media guy. So seeing this go away is just like, damn, streaming is just taking over. And like, I get it, streaming is appealing, whatever, blah, blah, blah. But bro, it's just not the same. It's not the same as
No,
having
it's not the
something
same.
there. And like how James was saying, bro, that would be a whole night. That would be like, let me go rent a movie. Let me see what they have on the app. Let me go pick up the movie. Then let me get some snacks and then have a whole family night and then just watch a movie. It was a different experience. It was just, damn, I didn't think that was going to be nostalgia. I thought that,
Do you think the
like,
fact that now that we have these streaming services and now they're turning into cable now, the fact that we have the ability to watch so many movies, that convenience, do you think that's maybe like the idea of that experience, as James and you have put it, like going into Staters or going to the supermarket or whatnot and renting out a movie from the Redbox and making that like the events of the day? You think that that's lost its magic now when you just go home and turn on Netflix?
I think that
See-
we're gonna say yeah because it's like nostalgic for us.
Yeah, I was gonna say, for me, it's just it's just different, because there was movies that I could watch streaming, but I'd be like, nah, I guess I'd rather get the disc. I
Yeah.
would still do that because it's like I said, it's different. Like it's just like I would rather go out of my way to go drive to pick it up than to just click on something and then be like, okay, let me watch it here. Like it was just its own thing that it's just I know the way now everything in society is basically just for convenience, like how to get you the fastest thing, basically anything the fastest way that it can, and it's just nah, bro. Like I like the whole little trip to the store. I would go get snacks and then I would go pull up to the red box in front of the store and then lift the sunshade off and then get the movie, get the game, whatever it is. Like it's just it was its own thing. And damn, like I said, I didn't realize that it would be like Can expect it to go out of business sometime soon because digital streaming services are so prevalent. But it's damn, like it's really like physical media is dying and it's scary.
Yeah. Counterpoint though, do you think you could get a Redbox dispenser for dirt cheap and put your own physical media like
Oh,
in,
I
like
Yo.
have it at
no,
home?
that would low key be sick.
Yeah,
Call it Estecow box.
dude.
Bobtrees
Oh
box.
my God. Copyright, copyright.
The Bob box. Bro.
I
That'd
would
be
love
pretty
that.
cool.
I would love to do that, honestly.
And yeah, man. Any last final thoughts before we move forward?
I hope that all physical media doesn't disappear. I hope that some physical media stays. I know we have vinyl records are still like,
Could
a
come
thing
back.
that's
Yup.
yeah, they're making a comeback, so that's good. So I'm hoping that one day they're gonna be like, "What, Rays? Let's bring those back." Cause, bruh, like I was so depressed when they said that Best Buy was gonna stop selling like Blu-rays and stuff. Cause I'm like, damn, bro, like even you go anywhere now, like you go to GameStop and it's like there's barely any video games. Like, how does that even
Mhm.
work? Like, it's mostly like collectibles. It's not even GameStop. It's just Toy Stop. Like, it's just like
For real.
and
Get your
and that's
Funko
coming from
Pops.
yeah, that's coming from someone who collects Funkos. Like, it's still like it's not the same because I'm just like, bro, I'm not coming here for Funkos. Like, I'm coming here for games, and you don't even have games. So now I'm coming here for Funkos because that's what you have. Like,
For real, dude. Like I feel the same way. It's a shame because I used to buy games from GameStop, but now if I really want to buy a game physically, like it's like I just get the collector's edition, and GameStop doesn't even sell as many of those anymore.
yeah, you just get it from the website itself.
Yeah.
But yeah, speaking of how Redbox is retiring, another thing that's retiring or another
Banger.
person. So I don't know if you guys know about this little guy named John Cena.
Never heard of
Uh,
it.
yeah, he's a
I've never been able to see him.
a wrestler, who is notorious for not being able to be seen. Yeah, so he's been a big part of I know a lot of our childhoods. I know a lot of people don't watch wrestling anymore. I know you guys probably don't watch wrestling anymore, but I still watch wrestling. So like I've been seeing, bro, John Cena's been on my TV forever. So like he just announced last month that that next year 2025 is going to be his retirement tour. So it's going to be the last year that
Damn.
he is an active wrestler in the WWE. And after that, he said that he's never putting the jorts on again,
No.
Not the
ever again.
jorts.
Yeah, he
Not the
said
jorts.
any appearance, anything, he's gonna be in a suit. He will not appear in that. He won't be that version of John Cena anymore. So it's damn,
Wild.
bro. Like I said, it's literally we're having all these things happen, and I'm just like, damn, I'm getting old because what? Like, bruh,
Ah, bro. What if it's like a hot day outside?
no
We're the
jorts.
jorts,
Bro,
bro.
gotta
No jorts.
We're like
bro,
suit
bro,
shorts.
like, but yeah. So December 2025 is gonna be his last month wrestling.
You know how old he is?
I don't actually. 32.
47.
No.
Going once, going twice.
Yeah,
64.
John Cena's 47.
Oh wow.
Which is looking crazy because he still looks in crazy shape, bro. But yeah, bro, it's just like the last few years he hasn't been as active because he became bigger in Hollywood and then he got Peacemaker and it's just like all this stuff.
He's probably a full-time actor after retirement, right?
Yeah. So yeah, pretty much. Because he's been mostly acting anyway. So but he would be here and there like doing matches and like still making appearances. But it's like now he's actually gonna retire from in-ring competition and just like only do like media stuff. So I was like, when he first announced this, I was like, it made it sound like WrestleMania, which is in April, was gonna be his last show. But he was like, nah, I'm gonna be here the whole year. So he's gonna be working 30 to 40 dates next year.
Wow.
So he's gonna be doing a full tour, and I'm hoping to see him next year. I will see him next year. I know I'm gonna be at WrestleMania next year. That's the goal. It's gonna be in Las Vegas,
Let me know, bro. I'll go with you. I'll get tickets.
and I gotta see him. I saw him at WrestleMania 39 when it was in LA at the SoFi Stadium, and it's crazy because it's just I'm like, damn, bro, it's like this guy that I've been watching, growing up watching for so long, and it's just damn. You could even tell when I saw him. He is moving a little slower. He is losing hair a little bit, and it's just damn, bro. It's just I don't know. It's rough to see people age, especially people who on TV who you think are invincible. But yeah, so what are your guys' thoughts on this?
Bummed. I'm so bummed, bro. But you know what? He deserves it.
I think one of my favorite things about John Cena is the fact that he has a record of more than 650 make-a-wishes from the
Did he
Make-A-Wish
really?
Foundation.
Oh, that's so
I think he
awesome.
might have the world record for that as well.
He does. He
Yeah.
does.
And
He's a really good guy, dude.
He's an awesome guy. Yeah.
yeah, he drives a Honda Civic.
Yeah.
What a badass.
Yeah,
And he has like a bunch of vintage cars too. Like he's like an old school guy, bro.
Yeah, when it comes to his like last hurrah or whatnot, or like the tour name of his tour, it's gonna be called The Last Time Is Now, John Cena Farewell Tour, which
Oh,
is like a nod to his like theme song and stuff.
right.
Yeah. Yeah, he's cool. I think a little bit of a joke, but generally one of my favorite performances ever was when he played the part of Fred's dad
Oh,
Oh my
oh my
god.
god,
I
that was so
forgot
good.
about that. Holy shit.
from the Fred movies, bro. He's like, Fred's, oh my god. And then John Cena just fucking slams him on the table.
Oh yeah, dude, that was so good. But
It's crazy. He's not gone. He's not knocking on wood. He's not dead yet, man. Yeah, he might retire from the ring, but he'll definitely
oh,
still
he'll
be in
be good for a
movies.
while, bro. Yeah, he's still gonna be Peacemaker,
So true. Yeah.
and you know,
The wrestler to actor pipeline is real.
yeah, honestly, and that's always their goal too. Is once they're done, acting is a lot less physical on their bodies, so they could do that more long term. So that's like everyone's
Oh, good idea.
inevitable goal.
And as we move on from all of these sad departures, retirements, or closures, back to the fun stuff. And then we now have the massive Fallout 4 mod with Fallout 4 London out
Mhm.
now. James, have you heard about Fallout 4 London?
I heard that there was like an ex-member of parliament doing voice acting work or something
This
like
is
that in it?
yes, this is true. Yeah.
That is wild.
So Fallout London is this mega mod where it basically rewrites the entire Fallout 4 game on your PC. Of course, you can't do this on PlayStation or Xbox. Maybe on Xbox. Maybe.
You could do it on Xbox.
Oh, there you go. So what you have to do is, unfortunately, Bethesda sucks because their developers are all like they were alive when Nixon was still president or some shit because they don't know how to like code games. So with the Fallout 4 game of a year edition at release, they now have they require you to like what is it? Excuse me. They want you to roll back the update, and so that way you play the regular version of Fallout 4 because it doesn't work with the Game of the Year edition. And yeah, you literally have to downgrade to play the game. So it has a features an original story. The backdrop is London, of course. IGN says that it's the most high profile mod ever created and lets players engage with everything from stuffy parliamentary aristocrats to a resurrection of the Knights of the Round Table to an uncompromising cult of revolutionaries in what amounts to an
No,
expansion-sized add-on.
that's
And
badass.
and it even secured the likes of Baldur's Gate 3's Neil Newbon for its voice cast with, as James has put it, with former UK Speaker of the House John Burkow
Yeah.
in the game.
That shit's so crazy, dude. Oh fuck.
Yeah. So now that it's released, a lot of people like myself probably are wondering when are these other Fallout mega mods coming out as well? Like to me, the biggest one that comes to mind, of course, is Fallout 4 New Vegas. I've been following that game myself closely. I'm a big Fallout New Vegas meat writer for sure. I definitely think that I definitely believe that Fallout New Vegas, at least from a narrative point of view, is the magnum opus of the series. The game itself runs like shit. It is damn near impossible to mod if you don't put in work man hours into it to make it function. God forbid you download a mod to make clouds look prettier and then your fucking system 32 gets deleted somehow. And then Fallout 4, the base game of Fallout 4 has the best combat, shittiest story. Kind of crazy to think about how the mighty have fallen when you think about the quality of like narrative position both games have. Of course, Fallout New Vegas was developed by Obsidian. Hilarious to think that the best Bethesda game in the series is not a Bethesda game. But yeah, now Fallout London is out. London mod is now out. I would recommend to those that are itching for more Fallout without having to play actual Fallout to download the mod. It's good stuff. It's funny, dude. When it comes to modding, it's like, how can we make this game the furthest it is from what the developers made it to be? Because of course, there's Skyrim mods with like where you basically looks like fucking Tom Clancy's Wildlands at some points from some people's videos.
Bro, have you seen the Skyrim mod with the Macho Man Randy Savage as the dragon?
No, but I bet he's hey there, brother. No.
Yeah, instead of the shouts, he just
He's like,
starts doing like a
"Ooh."
little thing.
Yeah, but yeah, it's pretty funny. James, do you see yourself playing this anytime soon?
Oh yeah. I gotta finish playing through New Vegas first.
True.
I've only played 4 and I was told that's wrong. So I have to play through New Vegas now.
Oh, you've only played 4?
Yeah, and I didn't finish it. I got halfway,
It's
maybe.
pretty boring. It's like you
I stopped playing it.
All the
Yeah.
factions are ass.
It feels really empty. Like,
It does.
Yeah, it's either you
but
kill every faction and then you stick with one. You do the same thing or the same thing. Or if you somehow manage to do it, you keep both factions and then you kill off the other factions. But the way to kill one of these factions is by re-nuking the area that you're living in.
Hell yeah.
Which is like the worst idea imaginable to me. It's, dude, isn't the whole point about Fallout is, yes, it's a satirical concept on 1950s Americana. But do you believe that these struggling individuals would like that exist around the institute's like area of control, like they'd like like it if there was like a fresh nuclear like crater downtown? Stupid. And yeah, Fallout 4 is fucking something else. You know, I always speak out against my disdain for Bethesda as a studio. But yeah, Fallout 4 mod for it makes it better by playing a game that isn't by Bethesda. Thank you for Bethesda for releasing a game that we can make better. And last but not least, let's end it on a high note.
Hell yeah.
By talking about the boyhood wonder, the farmer boy, soldier boy, tell him, American guy, Superman, and the director behind him, James Gunn. Take it away, my boy.
yeah, so basically, Superman just officially wrapped filming, and it's honestly crazy because they just wrapped filming, and Fantastic Four just started filming. So, and they have the exact same release date, July 11th, 2025. We're all really excited about this. We've seen like the set photos and like all the stuff that's been coming out about it, and we know how dedicated James Gunn is with the source material and comics in general. And dude, this movie looks so good. The cast is amazing. It's just like the way James Gunn films stuff. He even said that this film is going to require minimal to no reshoots because he does so many takes of stuff and so many different versions of things.
Can't wait for the gun cut.
Yeah, so it's gonna be so good. It's gonna be so different. I hope that this Superman actually sticks. And I honestly am really like I said, I've been using the word optimistic a lot, but it's just this movie needs to do good to keep the new DC universe alive. Because if it does bad, then it's gonna kill it before it even starts. So I'm really hoping that it does good. Because I want to see a good Superman movie. I eventually want to see Superman and Batman again. I want to see a whole Justice League. I want to see all of it.
Do you know what James Gunn said specifically about how to describe Superman in the tweet?
Are you talking about the tweet where he announced like the wrapping for the filming?
Yes.
Yeah. So here, let me pull it up for you real quick. So basically, he ended it. He said, "And that's a wrap. God bless our cast and crew whose commitment, creativity, and hard work have brought this project to light. I set out to make a movie about a good man in a world that isn't always so much.
Yeah.
And the goodness and kindness and love I've encountered on a daily basis on the set has inspired me and thrust me forward when I felt too much, when I felt too spent to move on my own. Thank you all from the bottom of my heart. It's been an honor. The destination has been Superman, but the journey has been the toil and the laughter and the emotions and ideas and magic we've shared together on set. And for that, I'm forever grateful." And then it shows a picture that from the first week of shooting. And it's just, dude, it's crazy because they literally look like
Wow.
a family. Like it's just,
Yeah,
That's incredible.
it's awesome. I definitely do have my skepticisms because it's like it's such a huge cast. You have Rachel Brosnahan as Lois Lane. Of course, you have David Corenswet as Clark Kent Superman, Nicholas Hoult as Lex Luthor, Isabella Merced as Hawkgirl, Eddie Gathegi as Michael Holt, Mr. Terrific, Nathan Fillion as Guy Gardner, Green Lantern, Anthony Kerrigan as Rex Mason, Metamorpho, Skylar Gisondo as Jimmy Olsen, and Wendell Pierce as Perry White. What I'm glad is that they're sticking a lot to the source material here, especially with the casting. It's awesome. I'm happy to see that. I hope that James Gunn is able to juggle such a seismic cast in his movie where it doesn't feel like it's detracting too much from the main point, or it doesn't lose itself in the plot with the cast. I really hope for the best.
I'm optimistic. I think it'll be good. James Gunn's pretty good at
What's your
he's
favorite?
only had bangers, bro.
Yeah, so true. What's your favorite Gunn movie?
my favorite.
Yeah.
Ooh, that's a good question. I'm a big fan of Guardians of the Galaxy, I gotta say.
What about you?
My favorite project he's done has to be Peacemaker. But movies? Come on, bro. Scooby Doo.
I knew you were gonna fucking say that. Specifically, Scooby-Doo 2 Monsters Unleashed.
Scooby Doo, bro. Scooby Doo.
That
That's a
one's
goated
good.
movie.
I think it's movie 43 as well.
I think so. Yeah.
Yeah, that's another good one. Or if you do the 2003 Doggy Tales.
Okay. I don't even know what that is.
Or I think Brightburn was kind of big.
Oh, I haven't seen that one. Oh, I like the Suicide Squad, the reboot one. That
That
one's
one's
good.
good.
And then all the Guardians movies. I didn't really like the second Guardians movie, but like the first and third one are really good.
Oh yeah, he
Mm.
also did Doggy Heaven.
Yeah.
Woof. And
Yeah. No pun intended. Woof.
no, that literally says on the cover. It says Doggy
Oh.
Heaven, and then in parentheses, woof. That's the cover.
Yeah, that's crazy.
But yeah. All right, guys. Any final thoughts? Any last details or things you'd like to talk about from the previous subjects or topics?
Bring back Game Informer.
For real. Yo,
I'd say, yeah,
free my
that-
man's Game Informer. He did nothing wrong.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
And give me the controller with the cheeks.
And give me the controller with the cheeks. Yeah.
Exactly. With the hole in the middle for just for us.
The whole. It's oh!
Hey, yeah.
Hey, what if he wants to fill it with M&Ms and then he gets,
yeah,
he
yeah,
gets
yeah,
hungry?
Yeah.
No, wait.
Yeah.
He eats from the controller.
Oh my god.
All right. Yeah. Well, this was the latest issue. Oh my God. This was the
Yeah.
latest. This has been the latest episode of the Wonders podcast. Once again, I am your host, retro_loneliness or Nicholas. You could find my stuff in the on the link tree below. And I'm joined once again by the beautiful likes of,
Esteban, also known as Estecow.
And James, also known as Bobtrees.
and you can find all of our info, all of our stuff in the links below.
And in the latest issue of Game Informer.
Of course, in the latest edition of Game Informer.